Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while since I posted, and there's a pretty good reason for that. I am going to do a trip this weekend. I just checked outside, and everything seems to be all right, but I'll take you through a little story time on this one, and then we'll get started with the trip. So, showed up in Richmond. This is weekend number 3, so I showed up on a Sunday, was here 1 week, and then another week, and this is the third weekend that I'm here. First week I got here, so I was going to go, I think Sunday to, there's a place called Maymont here, and I still may go next weekend. I think there's actually like a concert happening out there, so it'd be cool. But first weekend I stayed. I was going to go Sunday to Maymont, go out to the parking lot. Car's gone. It got towed. I had a parking pass, but apparently the person that runs the landing app didn't get the passes signed. I had sent them a text message saying, "Do I need this sign?" And they said no. So I assumed that it was okay, that it didn't have a signature on it from the property manager. And that's not the case. They towed my damn car. So couldn't do anything that weekend. So that kind of blew that one. Then I had to go Monday and go pull it out. They ended up reimbursing me for it, which, it was their mistake, so that's fine. They made up for it, but still, I had to go to the lot, pay cash, pull money out of the ATM. So there was additional fees that I didn't get reimbursed, and my time and my mental state was affected as well, which I'm not going to get money for, but it is what it is. Next weekend, right? So I was going to do what I'm going to do today or this weekend, which is go do a 3-state marathon through the Delmar Peninsula, which is Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia. That's what I'm doing this weekend. And I was going to start that Friday afternoon, go out Friday morning after I was done with work and go check out the car, and somebody had busted in my rear window. Broke into my car. There was nothing in it, nothing got stolen. But still, they broke in my cars and the window was broken, and there was no way I was driving anywhere without a window. And based on the conversations I had with glass companies and all this stuff, it was like I wouldn't have gotten it fixed until Wednesday anyway of the next week, Wednesday or Thursday. So that trip was blown off. My mental state was completely out of whack last weekend. It was a mess. So third time's a charm, I guess. I just got to say that my experience in Richmond, Virginia so far has not been very nice. The roads out here are kind of shit, and there's so many of them. I mean, for a town this size, to have this many major state highways and interstates just crisscrossing all over the place with overpasses over the river, it's a damn road mess around here. It's a road mess. People can't drive very well. Crime is a problem, and it's just it's a shitty fucking town. I thought it would be nice, but it's not that great, to be honest with you. So I can't wait to get the fuck out of here and go to North Carolina next. But I still got till the 17th of August to stay here. I'll do a separate video on the landing thing because I wanted to show off the landing sites. The landing is an app that lets me get a furnished apartment without getting a lease, so I can stay month to month or through the next part of this progress or experience is the flexible one where I pay a flat rate every month, and then I could get bumped or I could go wherever I want, and I just got to give them 3 days notice. They give me 3 days notice. I can find someplace else to go. So I'm gonna start off in Raleigh. We'll see how this flex thing goes for a little bit, and then work on that. But as it pertains to Richmond, I just can't wait to get the fuck out of here for a couple days. I'm gonna go the north route through, so I'm gonna make a big circle, take a north route up around Baltimore. I'm actually gonna pass through the district, which is Washington D.C. So District of Columbia, Delaware, Maryland, and then Virginia. So 3 states and a district over the weekend. Delmar Peninsula is kind of weird. It looks like a testicle hanging down in the United States, just underneath New Jersey. Um, and I would have liked to have gone to New Jersey, but I would have had to take the ferry. That's $100 round trip, and because I had to pay for the window, that's not going to happen. So New Jersey's kind of out of the process right now. But I'm not too butthurt about it because I can always fly out to New Jersey at some point and go to Atlantic City or whatever. That was going to be the plan that on the last weekend, but that's out of the picture now. So we're going to go to Dover, Delaware, drive through the north part, around through Maryland and end up in Dover, and then go back down through the other way and then cross the Chesapeake Bay Bridge back into Virginia, and make my way back into Richmond by Sunday. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything's fine. These are toll roads involved in this because I want to save the time, and crossing the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and going through that is not cheap. It's like $21 in tolls from what Google's telling me. But we'll see how that is. But wanted to keep everybody updated. Just know that I've just been mentally not in a place to make videos. So we'll give it another shot and try to get out and road trip and just clear my mind. And that's the best thing I can do is I enjoy road tripping. So hopefully my mental state improves after this trip, and we'll see where we're at Sunday. So I'll keep posted. Stay tuned. I made it to Dover, Delaware. It was a hell of a trip. I gotta say that it is a clusterfuck around Maryland, Baltimore, Annapolis. I mean, I've never been on a stretch of road on North 95 or even South 95 that had as many accidents in just a single span of mileage that I've ever been in my life. So driving around that area kind of sucks. But I made it to this small town in Delaware. I mean, is there really a big town in Delaware? But apparently this town is where the Constitution was ratified in the Bill of Rights. So this was the first state. Delaware is the first state in the nation because they ratified the Constitution right here in a place that I'm going to go visit. It's called the Golden Fleece Tavern. Plus, I'll take a little trip around downtown and see what kind of knick-knack shops they have. And I'm going to check into the hotel and chill for a little bit, and then we'll make the trip back, right, through Maryland and back through Virginia. So I've already went through a little part of DC, went over the Bay Bridge, which was pretty cool. Kind of scary if you think about bridges falling apart. If that one fell, I would have fell probably 200 or 300 feet into the bay, which was a little freaky, but still made it. And we're here in this old revolutionary town, back in the 1700s or whatever. So we'll check it out. I'll video it, and here we go. All right, so walking through Dover, you can see the old brick pavers they had. Super old construction around here, except for the banks, obviously, but some of these buildings are pretty old. The site is supposed to be pretty close too, but I'm in the general downtown area, so we'll try to find a place to get the sticker for this dude. But like, there's the state capitol and some other things. Kind of warm out today, probably in the 90s. Not too thrilled about that. Dude, this is like old, man. Can you imagine this 200 years ago? Plus. there's got to be some type of shit going on. Oh, I think that's it right there, isn't it? There it is. Little statue here. How's it going, man? Statue here. So apparently that's where they did all that signing and shit. The state house is this way. That's a crazy looking wall. I might actually capture a picture of that. I'll come back. All right, onward. Had to take a picture of a cool wall. Well, believe it or not, I don't see too many shops open up out here, like restaurants. I have to find some other place to find stuff, but we'll find something, or we'll just go to Ocean City and get something tomorrow. There's the public green, so that's got to be the State House right there. All right, so I'm going to keep walking around, but I'm not going to show off all this stuff. It's just a general area. We're going through the middle of the park. Do that, but other than that, I think that's just about it here. Still in the State Square. I just stopped at a museum, but there's still more. I didn't really cover the green. That's just a public park. So still around here, a bunch of state buildings and history. Smell it. You can smell the history. It smells like old shoes. Appreciate the old, 250-year-old building still standing. I'd appreciate that. This is the green right here. So what I'm assuming is that this was this is something. So I believe this is where a bunch of revolutionaries met right before they went to war against the British. So we have the tavern. Kind of stopped by it before. But let's go to the middle of this thing and we'll just do a pan around and call this a visit. Throw this thing over here. And then we'll go find a gift shop. Get something Revolutionary Warish. There we go. You can pause it, read the plaque, come back to it. But, just about what I was kind of saying. A bunch of revolutionary soldiers marched off to a southern campaign, and it's in memory of them. So we're just gonna go right to the middle of this sucker and just pan around, because there's, this reminds me of like a little square of nothing but these cool 200-year-old plus houses. So I want to get a nice little pan around so you can see everything that's going on here. And that's pretty much historic Dover. They have the raceway, but I'm not a racing fan. So we'll start right here in the middle where the street is, and then we'll just pan around and call it. This is probably a major hub, like the place to be back in the day. The place to be. Like the strip. It's the Revolutionary Strip. Get it.